just to let you all know, really off the cuff, but just at the petrol station this morning, and I've had a serious accident. I can't tell you how lucky I am and how grateful I am today. Literally, I was going to fill my car up about 2 minutes before, decided not to, go to the toilet at the petrol station, and I heard a big bang, and this is the outcome. Literally, he's come off the road, this gentleman in the car here, down the A20, it's a BP garage. Any sort of drivers out there that come down here, be very, very careful of this road in the rain. Literally, there's a little dip on this dual carriageway. It goes from a 50 to the national speed limit. And when it's really heavy, cars lose control. And this gentleman, this young lad driving this car, has come off the verge here, and literally, this stone underneath his car has saved his life. It's saved his life, look. So, if I was here, this is damage to my car. That's damage to my car, but there's my fuel pump. If I was filling the car up, it could have been a different story today. Very different story. So, as I was saying, so I got distracted on a phone call by my insurance company. So this is the damage of this car here. Complete write-off. Now, just to let you know, this is the sort of, today's a day where you sort of see yourself as a lucky man, a lucky person. If I wasn't in there making myself a coffee right now, or when I was making a coffee when I did, I was thinking about filling my car up, I'd be standing right there by the petrol pump. He would have went straight through the petrol pump and taken me out. Luckily enough, this rock has slowed him down or taken the impact. So he's literally, I'll show you here, he's come, there's a massive puddle here, he's come round here, on top of this railing here, and he's hit the rock, which was here. The rock's underneath his car there, as you can see, and that's how he's sort of ended up. Like I said, if I was filling there's my car here, there's a damage on my car, I've gone for the insurance company, I've got a hired car coming already. But that petrol pump there, he went straight through that petrol pump, and it would have been serious damage. And I reckon the gentleman, the young guy, was 23 years old. He wouldn't have survived, no way. And I'll probably end up in hospital. God knows what happened. I hate to think what would happen, but today's a very sort of blessed day for me today. I'm very lucky man. So I'm just thankful that metal can be repaired, and that's the most important thing. So very quickly, that down there, that dip down, this little dip on the A20 here, where my camera's going across. And when it's pouring down with rain, puddles build up in that area. And if you're holding your steering wheel with one hand, you're going to lose control. So you need two hands on the steering wheel, seriously. And that's it, that's the McDonald's here. I'll come towards it. But that's down here, where my camera is across here, is where you've got to be careful, guys. Any drivers out there down the A20 coming out of London, just be completely aware of it. It's very, very dangerous in the rain. So I just thought, I hope this sort of helps you guys, and any drivers out there, just be aware of it. That's all I'd say. So that's what's happened today with me. You know, I'm just glad that no one's injured. You know, when things like this happen, a car can be repaired. A piece of metal can be repaired, your life can't. And it just shows you, whether you're a lorry driver, car driver, I don't care what you drive on the road, it doesn't matter. You've just really got to be careful and be aware of your speed and be aware of speed conditions, because I've just done my HGV licenses and they emphasise the point of distance. Your stopping distances, your braking distances, were in bad weather as well. So you really have to bear this in mind. And this is just a wake-up call for me today. That is just a wake-up call for me. So, and I hope any drivers out there can maybe take it on board and be aware of it. But yeah, I'll just show you, if you don't know this motorway, it's the A20, the petrol station, the A20. It's BP garage, so yeah. If you don't know it, just be aware of it in the rain. It is an absolute death trap. I'll just spin the camera and show you one more time, and I'll show you some images of the emergency services here today and what a great job they've done. They arrived within minutes, because this Mercedes was smoking. It literally was smoking when it first arrived. And yeah, I'm just glad no one's injured, man. Anyway, let's end it here and I'll show you some images of what happened. Okay, so good evening. So I just thought I'd do a quick follow-up video from what happened today. Obviously you've seen the sort of incident that happened on the A20 today, which involved a white Mercedes and my car, BMW. Spoke to the recovery guy since then, who recovered my car, and I've posted some sort of pictures up prior to this video, so you've seen some pictures of the damage. And he sort of said, yeah, he's been in the industry for 30 years, and said that he wouldn't be surprised if the car's written off. So if my car's written off, I will be quite shocked, because basically he said, obviously he's got a lot of experience, but he said that in the 30 years he's done it, he's seen cars, Mercedes, brand new Mercedes, newer than my car, BMWs, Range Rovers, that have got less damage and have been written off. So I'm like, well, that don't really make sense to me. Anyway, I don't work in that field, but I've taken videos of inside the car, around the car, underneath the car, to make sure that obviously none of these repair centres or insurance companies sort of pull the wool over my head, if you like. So I am trying to sort of cover all angles from it. A really nice chap though. He was really honest with me and said, do as much, you know, gather as much evidence as you can, just in case they do try and write your car off. If they do, obviously it is what it is, and obviously I need to understand that. I totally get it. Where I was with that, car's been taken to a compound now, and obviously one thing I would say, I've gone, his insurance company called me straight away. He, you know, the young driver who was 23, his mum turned up, she was really nice, there was no sort of problems there. Just obviously metal can be replaced, but I'm just so grateful and so lucky that there was no one fatally injured. He's a very lucky boy to be alive today, and I'm very lucky that if I wasn't at the fuel pump when it happened, because it could be a different story. So I'm just so grateful that it wasn't serious, because a piece of metal can be replaced. So I spoke to his insurance company, they called me, and literally by 4 PM I had a courtesy car. And I have to say, I am recording this because I want to show you the courtesy car I've got. It's a nice bit of kit, I have to say. It's 21 plate. It's a BMW, because I do love my BMWs. A lot newer than mine, obviously, 5 years newer than mine, but very different to mine. Mine was a sort of limited edition leather. It's got leather interior, it's got the leather stitching, etc. So if you're into your cars, you sort of know what I mean. But I'll just show you the interior inside, and I'll give you a quick spin around, or a look around the car. It's a 3 Series M Sport, and I have to say I quite like it. It's a lovely drive. I'm not a big fan of inside. I personally think my car's a lot nicer, but it's nice, and I thought I'd come out for a drive and show you guys what it's like. So I'll spin it around. I'll just show you the back of it here. Got my daughter's seats in the back. This is the interior. Nice leather, but it feels like pretty cheap leather if you ask me. It's not the greatest. And you've got the sort of interior in here as well. It's all sort of, it's all screen. It's all the screen, touch screen, which I do like, but I have to say I do prefer the older versions. I'm not a big fan of all this sort of stuff anyway. Too complicated for me. You've got your, obviously, handbrake here, neutral, drive, manual, sport, reverse, etc. Obviously your M Sport, sport mode, etc. on there as well. You've got reverse parking camera as well. So if I just turn it on and stick it into reverse, you've got the parking camera on here as well, which is quite unique actually. My car doesn't have that, but I quite like this for the modern cars. It's a lot safer as well, but I do feel like it can make you, I don't know, can it make you a little bit more, sort of, a bit more of a lazy driver? I don't know. Never driven one before, first time. So tell me if you've got that, maybe you know better than me. Yeah, 7,000 miles on the clock's pretty nice. And that's pretty much inside, it's quite nice. So I'll just show you outside the car. So you can see, I mean, it is quite nice. I'll just show you actually. Let's go outside and show you. So that's it there. So M Sport, it's like a blue. This is the front, 71 plate. So yeah, it's actually quite a nice car. Anyone else got an M Sport? It's a 318 injection, twin exhaust. Pretty nice inside. It is nice. The dash isn't as nice as mine, but yeah. So that's the hired car that I've got. So I just thought I'd show you actually. The insurance company on his side has been fantastic. I've got no complaints actually. Well, I will have a complaint if they try and write off my car. There'll be more than a complaint, I have to say, because I'm quite certain that it is a repairable job. I guess it depends on whether the insurance company or BMW, because they use original parts, so they will be using BMW parts. So they say. So yes, we'll see what happens with that. Let's put some lights on here. Hope you can see me well. Yeah, so that's pretty much where we are with it, really. I'm not really sure what else to say. I just want to give you an update on what happened from today's incident. You know, I'm still shaken up. I'm actually a little bit shaken up still. I can't believe so much has gone on recently. Just really, I mean, I don't believe in, I'm not a religious person, and if you are, you know, everyone's got their own views, if you like, and religions is what I'm trying to say. I'm not a very religious guy. However, someone may be looking down on me today, yeah, things happen. It's weird, things happen for a reason in life, and today was one of those days where someone's maybe looking down on you. I don't know. I don't know. Sounds as crazy as it could possibly sound. I don't know. But just so glad no one was hurt. Because I speak to that recovery driver today, and he was telling me how in the 30 years he's done it, how many people have lost their lives on the road, and half of it, a lot more than half of it, is not reported on the media, etc. It happens every day. And this guy was telling me he's found all sorts in cars when he's recovering, so I won't go into that sort of detail, but the stories he was telling me was quite an eye-opener. So yeah, just glad everything's okay. Let's just hope my car I get a phone call tomorrow when they inspect it at the repair shop and say they can get it sorted. So in the meantime, I've got this beauty, this 3 Series M Sport to drive around in. I'm going to enjoy it, I guess, make the most of it. If my car is written off, I'm going to have to look for a new car, and I'm looking to get something similar to what I've already got. Or do I push the boat a little bit and find an M4? Who knows? Depends how much they are, I guess. I do like my cars, as you can tell. Yeah, so yeah, strange day, another strange day. My goodness, isn't life very weird and very strange, how one minute you can be the happiest person on earth, the next minute you can be at the rock bottom, or one minute you're in safe hands, the next minute it can change. That's how quick your life can be taken off of you in any circumstance. You know, you can be the best driver in the world and something can happen. You can be just standing there filling your car up, and somebody else on the road, because of their stupidity or their lack of awareness, are they under the influence of alcohol the night before, still over the limit? Have they been smoking cannabis? Have they been taking drugs? I won't go into too much detail on the young driver who was driving the white Mercedes today. Yeah, I won't go into too much information on that because it's not my place to. But I don't know what he was doing, whether he was checking his phone, whether he was speeding, whether he just lost control. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what happened. But he was a nice chap. He was a really nice boy. I felt sorry for him, actually. I'm just glad he's okay. But who knows, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I'll end this video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it's raised a slight bit of awareness to you guys, to yourself on the road. And share this video with others. Share it, because I think awareness is really important, and how close it could, how can I put it, how lack of awareness and bad driving, but especially driving in weather conditions, how it can affect your vehicle and your driving, and what the consequences are, such as today. And it could have been a lot worse if you're not aware on the road, and a lot safer, and your stopping distances isn't there, and your braking distances, etc, etc. You really have to think about your distances in the rain. You really have to. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it made, you know, the awareness is there, and I hope it helps. If it can, this video can help somebody and save a life, then it's worth recording this today. And like I said, I wasn't going to, but I feel like it was important just to raise awareness out there. So excuse me, I'm gonna go home, grab a cup of coffee, and call it a night. So I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. All the best.